Hi, my name is Nicole Robinson. I will be speaking about an assessment of vehicle color sold around the world in 2007. I'm in the business statistics class, and here we go. Um, okay, presentation overview. So I will be discussing how to calculate the percentages of cars sold in each country by region and by the colors that they have. I will also be breaking down information by color and by region. So here's what we want to know by the end of the presentation. We want to know how many silver cars are sold in each country, how many white cars, gray cars, black cars, blue cars, red cars, brown cars, and other color cars are sold in each country. We also want to see a breakdown of silver color cars in graphic form. So this is the given information. So we know that 19% of cars sold in North America are silver, 16 are white, 13 are gray, 13 are black, 11 are blue, 7 are red, 7 are brown, and 9% are other colored. And this goes for each region. We also know that there's a total of 6 million cars sold in North America, 4 million in South America, 10 million in Europe, 1 million in China, 4 million in South Korea, and 2 million in Japan. So this is how I calculated how many colors were sold, which colors were sold in each region, and how many. So first, I turned my percentages into decimals. So for instance, you see in B2 that I have 0.19, when in the given information it was 19%. So I turned all the percentages into decimals in order to do my calculations. I then used the product equation in Microsoft Excel, and I multiplied the percentage by the total number of the region. So for instance, in North America, 0.19 or 19% of the cars were silver. So I multiplied that by 6 million. After I did that for each color and each region, I wanted to see the totals of the total colors, like how many silver cars were sold in total, how many white, gray, black, blue, red, brown, other. And then I also wanted to see the totals for each region. So how many cars altogether were sold in North America, South America, Europe, China, South Korea, Japan. Um, okay. So the answers that I came up with. So after I did all these calculations, I did control tilde and it showed me all of the answers. So in North America, 1,140,000 cars were sold that were silver, um, and so on and so forth. And then I have my totals on to the right, which is how many of each color was sold, and then I have the totals of the per region. One thing I did notice is that the totals that my equations came up with were different from the given information. Like as you can see in North America, what do I have? 57 million, but in the given information, I'm sorry, 5,700,000. But in the given information, I have 6 million cars was sold in North America. So it was just interesting to see that. And that goes across the board for all of the totals per region. So here's a breakdown of the silver color cars. I created a pie chart to show the percentages of silver cars sold throughout the world. So out of this number, there were 42% of silver color cars were in Europe, which is 2,800,000. You can see the different numbers for each region. It was also interesting to see that Europe had almost half of the silver color cars in market, which is interesting maybe to study the people in that region. I also made a bar chart to show the silver color cars. Instead of doing percentages, I did the actual numbers because it was a bar chart. So yeah, here's silver color cars. Conclusion. So to include this, in order to calculate the percentages, excuse me, not the percentages. In order to calculate the number of cars sold in each region, all I had to do was multiply the total number of cars in that region by the percentages of colors. I've noticed a few interesting things. I noticed that the assumptions that were given to me were not the same after I did the the actual equations and using Microsoft Excel. And I also noticed that Europe had a market dominated the market with silver cars. I don't know. Well, anyway, yeah, okay. So thank you.